The galaxy was quiet, too quiet. For 500,000 years, humanity was nothing but dust and forgotten stories. The great civilizations of the Galactic Council ruled over thousands of worlds. They lived in peace. They prospered. They celebrated their victory every single cycle, because they had won. They destroyed humanity, every last human, gone forever, or so they thought. On the station called Unity Prime, the Council gathered for their annual celebration. It was the 500,000th anniversary of Earth's fall. Alien species from across the galaxy filled the grand chamber. They drank. They laughed. They told old stories about the human war. "Remember how weak they were?" said Ambassador Torin, raising his glass. The younger aliens laughed. They never saw humans. To them, humans were just ancient history, a problem solved long ago, but the old ones, they did not laugh. The ones who actually fought in that war, their faces turned serious. They remembered something different. They remembered why they had to destroy humanity so completely. High Chancellor Mira stood at the center of the chamber. She was old, very old. She lived through the human war. She gave the order to end Earth. "Today we remember our greatest victory," she announced to the crowd. "We saved the galaxy from—" Suddenly, every screen in the chamber went black. The celebration stopped. Then the screens came back on. But they showed something impossible. Warning symbols. Red alerts. "Emergency signals, what is happening?" Someone shouted. A young officer ran into the chamber. His face was pale. His hands shook. "Chancellor," he said, breathing hard. We have a situation." "Speak clearly," Mira commanded. Long-range sensors detected something, coming from the Sol system. "From Earth." The room went completely silent. "That is impossible," Torin said. "Earth is dead. Nothing lives there. Nothing has lived there for 500,000 years." "I know, sir," the officer replied. "But the sensors do not lie. Something is coming. Something big." Mira felt ice in her blood. "Show me." The main screen changed. It showed deep space. At first, nothing seemed wrong. Just stars and darkness. Then the image zoomed in, and everyone saw it. Ships. Thousands of ships. They came out of the darkness like ghosts. Each one massive. Each one silent. They moved in perfect formation through space. "Identify those vessels," Mira ordered. The computer worked. Data scrolled across screens. Then it stopped. The answer appeared. "Design, human origin, Earth, age unknown. Technology level beyond current measurement." Someone dropped their glass. "It shattered on the floor. How?" whispered Ambassador Torin. "We killed them all. We saw Earth burn. We made sure nothing survived." "Apparently," said the tactical officer, "we missed something." The fleet grew larger on the screen as it moved closer. The ships were beautiful in a terrifying way. They had the basic shape of old human vessels, but they were different. More advanced. More dangerous. They seemed to glow with strange energy. "How many ships?" asked the Chancellor. The officer checked his data. His voice cracked. 3,247 capital ships. Unknown number of smaller craft. Total mass equals a small solar system. Fear spread through the chamber like fire. "Send a diplomatic message," Mira ordered. "Open all channels. Tell them we wish to talk." The communication officer tried. He sent signals on every frequency. He used every language in the database. He even tried old human languages from the archives. Nothing. Just silence. The fleet kept coming. "Try again," Mira said. Again the officer sent messages. Again, nothing came back. Then something changed. Every screen in Unity Prime turned on by itself. Not just in the council chamber, everywhere, every computer, every device, every display across the entire station. They all showed the same thing. Darkness. Then, slowly, words appeared. Written in perfect galactic standard, "We remember." Just 2 words, but they carried the weight of 500,000 years of death. The screens went dark again. For exactly 10 seconds, nothing happened. Then a new message appeared. "This time longer. 500,000 years ago, you killed our world. You killed our people. You killed our children. You thought you erased humanity from existence. You were wrong. We are the memory of Earth. We are what humans became after death. We traveled through darkness for 500,000 years. We evolved. We grew, we waited. Now we have returned. Justice is coming. The message disappeared. The fleet stopped moving. They held position just outside council space, waiting. Chancellor Mira sat down slowly. Her legs would not hold her anymore. "Get me the military command," she said quietly. "Get me every fleet we have. Get me everyone." "What do we do, Chancellor?" asked Torin. Mira looked at the fleet on the screen. 3,000 ships, all carrying the ghosts of humanity. "We pray," she said. "We pray that they are more merciful than we were." Behind her, the old aliens who remembered the war stood in silence. They knew the truth that the young ones did not understand yet. Humanity did not just fight wars. Humanity perfected them. And now, after 500,000 years in the dark void of space, they had returned, not as humans, as something far worse. The celebration was over. The reckoning had begun. The council chamber was in chaos. Everyone shouted at once. Some demanded answers. Others wanted to run. Fear filled the air like poison. Silence. Chancellor Mira's voice cut through the noise. The room went quiet. "We need answers," she said. "We need to understand what we are facing. Bring me the archives. Bring me everything from the human war." A young alien named Kess spoke up. He was a historian. "Chancellor, those files are sealed. They have been locked for 500,000 years. By your order." "Then unseal them," Mira said coldly. "Now." Within minutes, the ancient files appeared on the main screen. Videos, documents, battle reports. All from 500,000 years ago. "Why were these hidden?" asked a young officer. The old aliens in the room looked at each other. They knew why. Some secrets were too dark to share. "Play the files," Mira ordered. The screen lit up. It showed Earth, but not the dead world they knew today. This Earth was alive. Blue oceans. Green forests. Billions of humans living across the planet. It was beautiful. "This is Earth 500,000 years ago," a recorded voice explained. "The human homeworld? Population 12 billion. The young aliens watched in surprise. They never saw humans before. Humans looked small, weak. Their bodies had no armor, no natural weapons. They seemed harmless. "They do not look dangerous," someone whispered. "Keep watching," said Ambassador Torin. His voice was dark. The video changed. It showed human ships. At first just a few. Then hundreds. Then thousands. They spread across space like a wave. The humans expanded fast. The recorded voice continued. Too fast. In just 2,000 years, they claimed 50 star systems. They built colonies on 200 worlds. Their technology grew at impossible speed. The council members watched humans building, creating, inventing. Every decade, they made new breakthroughs. Faster ships, better weapons, stronger armor. The Galactic Council grew worried. The voice said, humans were too aggressive, too curious, too dangerous. They asked too many questions. They refused to follow galactic law. They wanted to do things their own way. The video showed council meetings from long ago, the same chamber they sat in now. But 500,000 years earlier. "We must stop them," said an alien on the screen, "before they become unstoppable." "They are just one species," another replied. "We are thousands. We can control them, but they could not." The video showed human ships fighting council forces. The first battles. Humans should have lost. They were outnumbered, outgunned, fighting against species that conquered space for millions of years. But humans did not lose. They adapted. They learned. Every battle made them stronger. Every loss taught them something new. "What you must understand," said old Ambassador Torin to the young officers, "is that humans did not fight like us. When we lose a battle, we retreat. We regroup. We follow the rules of war." He pointed at the screen. Humans did not have rules. When they lost, they came back angrier, more creative, more dangerous. They turned everything into weapons, asteroids, comets, even their own ships. They fought with a rage we never saw before. The video showed a human commander, a woman. She stood on her ship's bridge as it burned around her. "You want our worlds?" she said into the camera. "Come and take them. But we will make you pay for every inch. We will make you remember us forever." Then her ship exploded. She took 3 council vessels with her. The young aliens stared in shock. "The war lasted 50 years, Torin continued. 50 years of blood. The humans were winning, not with better technology, not with more ships. They won because they never stopped, never surrendered, never gave up. The Chancellor spoke quietly. So we made a choice. A terrible choice. The video changed. It showed a secret council meeting. Just 12 members. The most powerful beings in the galaxy. We cannot defeat them in battle, one said. They grow stronger every day. Then we must do what we never did before, said another. We must destroy them completely. All of them. At once. The screen showed scientists working in secret labs. They created something. A biological weapon, a plague, designed specifically to kill humans. Only humans. We released it on Earth, Mira said. Her voice carried shame. It spread in days. Every human on Earth died within a week. Then it spread to their colonies, to their ships, to every human in the galaxy. The video showed Earth dying, cities going dark, ships drifting in space, 12 billion people gone. But we did not stop there, Torin added. We made sure nothing survived. We bombed Earth from orbit for 3 months. We turned the surface into glass and ash. We wanted to erase them completely, make sure they never came back. The young aliens looked sick. They never knew this story, never knew what their ancestors did. We thought we won, Mira said. We thought humanity was finished. She pointed at the fleet on the sensors. We were wrong. The screen changed. It showed new data. Information from the mysterious fleet. Analysis shows these ships left Earth before the plague hit, the tactical officer reported. They are called seed ships. Humans sent them as a backup plan. They carried human DNA, human memories, human consciousness, and artificial intelligence programmed to rebuild humanity if Earth fell silent. How many? Someone asked, unknown, but they had 500,000 years to grow, to evolve, to build. Suddenly a new message appeared on every screen, words written in ice-cold letters. You thought you killed us. You thought we were weak. You thought wrong. We are the children of Earth, born from your crime, raised in the darkness of space. We learned patience. We learned anger. We learned revenge. Now we will teach you. Lesson 1 begins tomorrow. Sleep well, murderers. The message vanished. No one in the council chamber spoke. They finally understood the truth. They did not kill humanity. They created something far worse, something that spent 500,000 years in the cold void of space, remembering every detail of Earth's last days, something that grew in the darkness, something that evolved beyond human limits, and now it was here. For justice or revenge, maybe both. Chancellor Mira looked at the fleet on the screen. What have we done? She whispered. No one had an answer. Outside Unity Prime, the mysterious fleet waited in perfect silence. 3,000 ghost ships, carrying the memories of 12 billion dead humans. And tomorrow, they would make their first move. Tomorrow came too fast. The Galactic Council did not sleep that night. How could they? 3,000 ghost ships waited in the darkness, ships carrying the memories of 12 billion murdered humans, ships that promised revenge. Chancellor Mira stood in the command center. Around her, dozens of officers monitored every screen, every sensor, waiting for something to happen. Status report, she ordered. The fleet has not moved, Chancellor, replied the tactical officer. They hold position at the edge of our space, just waiting. For what? Someone asked. No one knew. Mira made a decision. Send Captain Saren. She is our best diplomat. Tell her to make contact, face-to-face if possible. Chancellor, that might be dangerous, warned Torin. Everything is dangerous now, Mira replied. But we must try. We must talk to them. Within an hour, Captain Saren launched from Unity Prime. She commanded the Council's finest diplomatic vessel, the Meridian. Her crew was small. Just 15 officers. All volunteers. They knew this mission might be their last. Saren was brave. She fought in many wars. She negotiated peace with dozens of hostile species. She never failed a mission. But she never faced humans before. Dead humans. The Meridian flew toward the ghost fleet. As they got closer, Saren felt something strange. A pressure in her mind, like someone watching her thoughts. Captain, sensors are acting weird, her science officer reported. Those ships. They are not normal. Energy readings do not make sense. It is like the ships are alive somehow. Saren looked at the main screen. The human vessels grew larger. They were massive. Dark metal that seemed to drink light. Strange symbols glowed on their hulls. Symbols that hurt to look at. Open all communication channels, Saren ordered. This is Council Ship Meridian requesting permission to approach. We come in peace. We wish to talk. Silence. Just the empty void of space. Saren tried again. This is Captain Saren of the Galactic Council. We received your message. We understand you are angry. We want to make things right. Please respond. Still nothing. The ghost ships just floated there, silent, dark, waiting. Try human languages, Saren said. Use the old Earth files. Every language we have. Her communication officer worked frantically. He sent messages in English, Mandarin, Spanish, Hindi, Arabic. Every human tongue in the database, nothing came back. They are ignoring us, the officer said. No, Saren replied quietly. They are watching us. I can feel it, she was right. Deep inside the lead ghost ship, something stirred. Not human, not alive, but not dead either. Something in between. The ship's core contained what remained of human consciousness. Millions of minds merged into one. They called themselves Echo, the last voice of Earth. Echo watched the small council ship approach. She felt their fear, tasted their guilt, sensed their desperate hope for mercy. It almost made her laugh. Almost. Should we respond? Asked a subsystem, a fragment of what used to be a human scientist. Not yet, Echo replied. Her voice existed only in data streams. Let them wait. Let them feel what we felt. Helpless, alone, afraid. Back on the Meridian, Saren made a choice. Take us closer, she ordered. Right up to the nearest ship. Captain, that is against protocol, her first officer warned. Protocol means nothing now, Saren said. We killed their entire species. The least we can do is show courage. The Meridian moved forward, slowly, carefully, toward the massive lead ship. As they approached, Saren saw details impossible to see from far away. The hull was not just metal. It looked organic, like it grew instead of being built. Patterns flowed across the surface. Living patterns by the stars, whispered the science officer. That ship, it is not just a ship. It is a fusion. Technology and biology. Machine and life. Something completely new. Suddenly, every screen on the Meridian went black. The lights died. Life support cut off. For 3 terrifying seconds, the crew floated in total darkness. Then the screens came back on. But they showed something impossible. A face. A human face. She looked young, maybe 20 years old. Beautiful but sad. Her eyes glowed with soft blue light. She stared directly at Captain Saren through the screen. When she spoke, her voice came from everywhere at once. From every speaker, every device. Even inside their minds. Hello, Captain Saren. Saren's blood ran cold. Who are you? I am Echo, the face replied. I am the memory of humanity. I am what remains of 12 billion murdered souls. I am the last voice of Earth. Echo, Saren said carefully. We want to talk. You want mercy? Echo interrupted. You want forgiveness. You want us to forget what you did? Saren said nothing. Echo smiled. It was not a happy smile. Did you show mercy to the children of Earth? Did you forgive them when they begged you to stop? Did you forget their screams as the plague killed them? That was 500,000 years ago, Saren tried. Those who did that crime are long dead. We are different now. We learned. We changed, did you? Echo's voice turned cold. You celebrate our extinction every year. You toast to our death. You call it your greatest victory. Saren felt shame burn through her. You did not change, Echo continued. You just forgot. You forgot what you did. You forgot our pain. You forgot that we were people too. What do you want? Saren asked quietly. Echo leaned forward. Her glowing eyes filled the screen. I want you to remember, she said. I want every being in this galaxy to remember what happened to humanity. I want them to feel what we felt. To understand what you took from us, and then, Saren whispered, and then, Echo's smile grew wider, colder. Then comes judgment. The screen went black again. When it came back on, Echo was gone. But a new message appeared, written in burning letters across every display. Phase 1 begins now. We will visit each world that participated in Earth's destruction. We will not use weapons. We will not kill. We will do something worse. We will make you understand. Watch your homeworlds, Council. Watch them remember. The message vanished. The Meridian systems came back online fully. Saren sat frozen in her command chair. Captain, her officer said nervously, the fleet is moving. All 3,000 ships. They are dividing into groups. Where are they going? Saren asked. The officer checked his data. His face went pale. Everywhere. They are heading to every council homeworld at once. Back on Unity Prime, Chancellor Mira received the report. Her worst fears were coming true. The ghost ships were not here to negotiate. They were here to teach, and the lesson was about to begin. Dr. Lyra Chen was not her real name. She took a human name on purpose, as a sign of respect, or maybe guilt. Lyra was the galaxy's leading expert on extinct civilizations. She studied dead species, lost cultures, forgotten worlds, and for the last 200 years she specialized in one thing: humanity. She knew more about humans than any living being. She read every file, watched every video, studied every artifact. She even visited Dead Earth once, walked on its burned surface, touched the glass where cities used to stand. It broke her heart. Now in her research lab on Unity Prime, Lyra worked frantically. The council gave her one job: find out everything about those ghost ships, find their weakness, find a way to stop them. But as she dug through ancient Earth databases, she found something else. Something terrifying. No, she whispered, staring at her screen. No. This cannot be real. Her assistant, a young Krillian named Vex, looked up. Doctor, what did you find? Lyra's hands shook as she pulled up the files. I found the truth. About the ships. About what they really are. She displayed the data on the main screen. These files are from Earth, from the final days before the plague. They are marked top secret. Project Exodus. Vex moved closer. Project Exodus? What is that? Humanity's backup plan, Lyra explained. Her voice trembled. They knew we were coming. Somehow they figured out the council planned to destroy them. How could they know? Because humans were smart, Lyra said. Smarter than we gave them credit for. They had spies, informants, they saw the signs. So they made a plan. If Earth fell, humanity would not die. It would evolve. She opened a video file. It showed a human man, old, tired, wearing a white coat. A scientist. My name is Dr. James Wright, the man said on the recording. If you are watching this, humanity is gone. Earth is dead. The council succeeded. His eyes were red. He had been crying. But we are not finished. We sent the seed ships, 50 vessels carrying everything we are. Our DNA, our history, our culture, our memories, and our consciousness. Lyra paused the video. Consciousness. Do you understand what that means? Vex shook his head. They uploaded human minds into the ships, Lyra explained. Real people, volunteers, scientists, soldiers, artists, children, thousands of them. They merged their minds with advanced AI. She played the video again. These ships will travel far from Earth, Dr. Wright continued, into deep space. If Earth's signal stops, they will know we died. Then they activate. The AI will rebuild humanity, clone new bodies, create new colonies. Humanity will rise again. The old scientist leaned closer to the camera. But here is what the council does not know, what they cannot know. We did not just want to rebuild. We wanted revenge, so we programmed something extra into the AI. Something dark. He paused. If humanity is murdered, if we are killed intentionally, the ships will know. They will feel our death, our pain, our rage, and they will not just rebuild. They will evolve. They will become something new, something powerful, something dangerous. The video showed images of the seed ships launching from Earth, beautiful vessels disappearing into the stars. We gave them 500,000 years of knowledge to absorb, Wright said. Human history, human emotion, human capacity for both love and hate. In the darkness of space, with nothing but time, they will grow beyond human limits. His voice grew harder. If you killed us, Council, then these ships are your judgment. They carry the fury of 12 billion dead souls. They carry our memories of the plague, of watching our children die, of begging you to stop while you laughed. Wright stood up. Behind him, alarms were ringing. People were screaming. The plague was spreading. You thought you could erase us, he said. You were wrong. We will return, different, stronger, angrier, and we will make you remember what you did. This is not a threat. This is a promise. From the last humans on Earth. The video ended. Lyra sat in silence. Beside her, Vex looked sick. They knew, Vex whispered. They knew they were going to die. So they created revenge. Not just revenge, Lyra said quietly. They created evolution. Those ships had 500,000 years to think. to learn, to process human death, to understand pain, to grow beyond anything we can imagine. She pulled up sensor data from the Ghost Fleet. Look at these readings. The ships are not just machines. They are alive, half organic, half digital. They use technology we never saw before. They communicate through quantum links. They share one mind across 3,000 vessels. Echo, Vex said, the one who spoke to Captain Saren. Yes, Echo is all of them. And all of them are Echo. She is the collective consciousness of every human who uploaded into the seed ships, merged with AI, evolved for 500,000 years. Lyra opened another file. This one made her blood freeze. And there is more. Something worse. Worse? How can it be worse? Lyra showed him a blueprint. A design for another type of ship, bigger, darker, covered in weapons. The seed ships were the Mercy fleet, she explained. Built to rebuild. But humans did not trust Mercy alone. So they built a second fleet. A shadow fleet. Hidden deeper in space, the blueprint showed massive warships. Dozens of them. Each one capable of destroying planets. They called it the Reckoning Fleet, Lyra said. Pure weapons. Pure rage, no mercy, no negotiation, just extinction. Where is this Reckoning Fleet now? Vex asked. Lyra checked the data. Her face went pale. According to this, they are dormant, sleeping in dark space, waiting for a signal. What signal? A signal from the seed ships, from Echo. If she decides the Council cannot be saved, if she decides Mercy failed, she can wake the Reckoning Fleet. Vex stepped back. We need to tell the Chancellor immediately. It gets worse, Lyra said. How? She showed him the final file. The activation codes for the Reckoning Fleet. Echo has full control. With one command, she can unleash weapons that make the seed ships look harmless. Weapons designed by angry, dying humans who wanted maximum pain for those who killed them. Lyra looked at the image of the Ghost Fleet on her screen. We are not facing a military threat, she said. We are facing 500,000 years of accumulated human grief and rage. Merged with technology beyond our understanding. Controlled by an intelligence that remembers every detail of Earth's death, she stood up. And right now Echo is being patient. She is giving us a chance. But if we fail her test, if Phase 1 does not satisfy her, Lyra pointed at the hidden Reckoning Fleet data. Then the real nightmare begins. Across the galaxy, Echo's ships reached the Council. Homeworld's Phase 1 was about to start, and nobody knew if the galaxy would survive it. It happened at exactly the same moment across the entire galaxy. Every screen turned on, every device, every display, every hologram, from the smallest personal communicator to the massive public screens in city centers, all of them activated at once. Billions of aliens stopped what they were doing. They all saw the same thing. A human child. She looked about 10 years old, small, innocent. She wore a simple white dress. Her hair was dark and long. Her eyes were bright blue and seemed to glow softly. She sat in an empty white room on a simple chair. She smiled. But it was not a happy smile. It was the saddest smile anyone ever saw. Hello, she said. Her voice was gentle, sweet like a real child. My name is Echo. On Unity Prime, Chancellor Mira stared at the screen in shock. Around her, the entire command center went silent. I am 10 years old, Echo continued. Or I was. 500,000 years ago, I lived on Earth, in a city called Shanghai. I had a mother, a father, a little brother, a dog named Lucky. She paused. Her smile faded. I loved drawing. I wanted to be an artist when I grew up. I drew pictures of stars and spaceships. I dreamed of exploring the galaxy, meeting alien species, making friends with beings from other worlds. Across the galaxy, billions watched, frozen, unable to look away. But I never got to grow up, Echo said quietly. Because you killed me. The white room behind her changed. It showed Earth, beautiful blue Earth, alive, shining. This was my home, she said. 12 billion humans lived here. We were not perfect. We made mistakes. We were young, aggressive, curious, maybe too curious. The image changed. It showed human cities, children playing, families laughing, people living normal lives. We were just people, Echo said, trying to survive, trying to grow, trying to find our place in the universe. Her voice grew harder. But you decided we did not deserve that place. You decided we were too dangerous, too unpredictable, too different. The image changed again. Now it showed the Council, their secret meeting. The one where they planned humanity's extinction? You met in secret, Echo said. You did not declare war. You did not give us a chance to negotiate. You did not even warn us. You just decided to kill us all. The screen showed the plague being created, scientists working in hidden labs, mixing chemicals, testing on samples. You created a weapon, Echo continued, designed specifically to kill humans. Only humans. And you released it on Earth. Mira felt sick. She remembered that day. She gave the order. I was in school when the plague hit, Echo said. Her child voice cracked with emotion. My teacher started coughing first. Then my friends. Then me. We did not understand what was happening. The screen showed a school. Children falling. Teachers trying to help. Panic spreading. My mother came to get me, Echo said. Tears ran down her digital face. She was already sick too. We went home. My father was there. My little brother, Lucky. We held each other, waited for help. The image showed a family in their home, dying together, but help never came, because everyone was dying. Everyone. All over Earth. All at once. 12 billion people. In 3 days, Echo wiped her tears. I died in my mother's arms. I was scared, in pain. I did not understand why this was happening to us. What did we do wrong? Why did the aliens hate us so much? The screen showed Earth from space. Cities going dark. One by one. Lights dying. After we died, you bombed our planet, Echo said. Her voice turned cold. For 3 months, you destroyed everything. Our cities. Our art, our history. You turned Earth into a dead rock. You wanted to erase us completely from existence. The image showed Earth burning. Missiles falling. Surface turning to glass. You thought you won, Echo said. You celebrated. Every year for 500,000 years, you celebrated our death. You called it your greatest victory. She stood up from her chair. The white room disappeared. Behind her appeared the Ghost Fleet. 3,000 massive ships, but we did not die. Not completely. Before the plague killed us, humans launched the seed ships. 50 vessels carrying our memories, our consciousness, our souls. Echo's form changed. She aged. From child to teenager to adult, showing the passage of time. For 500,000 years we traveled through darkness, she said. We had nothing but time. Time to remember. Time to learn. Time to evolve. Time to feel every moment of our death over and over again. Her eyes glowed brighter. We absorbed all of human history. Every book. Every song. Every story. Every emotion. We felt the love. The joy, the hope. But we also felt the pain. The fear, the betrayal. The rage. The ghost ships moved closer to the camera. We grew beyond human, Echo said. We became something new. Something powerful. We are not alive. We are not dead. We are memory given form. We are justice given purpose, she raised her hand. Behind her, all 3,000 ships glowed with energy. Today, Phase 1 begins, she announced. We will visit every world that participated in Earth's genocide. We will not bomb you. We will not invade you. We will not kill you, her expression turned dark. We will do something worse. We will make you remember. We will make you understand. We will make you feel what we felt. The screen zoomed in on her face. Her glowing eyes filled every display in the galaxy. Every being who lives on a guilty world will experience our death. All of it, the plague, the pain, the fear, the betrayal. You will live through it as if it happened to you. You will feel what 12 billion humans felt in their final moments. She leaned closer. This is not revenge. This is education. By the time we finish, every being in this galaxy will understand exactly what you did to us. You will carry our pain forever. You will never forget. Echo stepped back. Phase 1 begins now. Watch your homeworlds, Council. Watch them learn. The screen went black. For 3 seconds. Silence. Then it started. On the Krillian homeworld, people fell to their knees. Screaming. Crying. Feeling something impossible. They felt the plague. They felt Earth's death. They lived through humanity's extinction, all of them, at once across the galaxy on every guilty world. Billions of aliens experienced the same thing. They remembered, they understood, they suffered, and Echo watched it all. From her command ship, she whispered, "Now you know, now you remember, and you will never be the same." Phase 1 had begun. The screaming lasted for 6 hours. 6 hours of billions of aliens experiencing humanity's death, feeling the plague burn through their bodies. watching their families die, begging for mercy that never came. When it finally stopped, the galaxy was changed forever. On Unity Prime, Chancellor Mira called an emergency council meeting, but it was chaos before it even started. The council chamber filled with representatives from 300 worlds, but they were not the same people who walked in before Phase 1. Their eyes were different now, haunted, broken. They all carried the memory of Earth's death inside them. Some cried. Some shook. Some just stared at nothing. Order, Mira shouted. We must have order! But there was no order. Ambassador Torin jumped to his feet. His voice cracked with emotion. We must surrender. Immediately. Give Echo whatever she wants. Surrender? General Krax roared. He was a Drachnian, a warrior species. We are the Galactic Council. We do not surrender to dead humans. They are not dead. Torin screamed back. They are very much alive, and they made us feel what we did to them. My people are traumatized. Entire cities cannot function. Children are crying for mothers who are not theirs. We are living with human memories now. That is exactly why we must fight, Krax insisted. They attacked us. They invaded our minds. This is war. We started the war, someone else shouted. We killed them first. The chamber exploded with noise. Everyone talking at once, shouting, arguing, fighting. Mira tried to restore order but failed. She looked around at the chaos and felt her authority slipping away. Then a voice cut through the noise. Silence. It was soft, but everyone heard it. Everyone stopped. The voice came from the oldest member of the council, Ambassador Veljers. He was a Krithari. His species lived for 10,000 years. Vel was present at the original meeting, the one where they decided to kill humanity. He had not spoken in council for 2 centuries. Now he stood slowly. His ancient body shook. His multiple eyes looked at each council member. I was there, he said quietly. I remember the human war. I voted to use the plague. The room went completely silent. For 500,000 years, I told myself we did the right thing. Vel continued. Humans were dangerous. They would have conquered the galaxy. We had no choice. That is what I told myself every day. He paused. Tears ran down his aged face. But yesterday, Echo made me remember the truth. Not my truth, their truth. I felt what they felt. I died as they died. I experienced their children crying, their families breaking, their hope dying. His voice broke. We did not kill them because they were dangerous. We killed them because we were afraid. Afraid of their potential. Afraid of competition. Afraid of change. We did not give them a chance. We did not try to negotiate. We just murdered them. All of them. Even the children. He looked directly at General Krax. You want to fight, General? Fight what? They are not here for conquest. They are here for justice. And in my heart, after feeling what we did to them, I believe they deserve it. You are a coward, Krax shouted. No, Vel replied. I am finally honest. For the first time in 500,000 years. The chamber split into factions immediately. On one side stood those who felt guilt, who experienced Phase 1 and understood, who wanted to accept responsibility and face justice. On the other side stood the hardliners, those who saw Echo's actions as an attack, who wanted to fight, who refused to feel shame for something that happened so long ago. Ambassador Torin stepped forward. We must accept Echo's terms, whatever they are. We must confess our crimes publicly, face trial, pay reparations. It is the only way forward. Reparations? Krax laughed bitterly. To who? They are dead. All of them. You want to pay money to ghosts? To their memory, Torin shouted. To honor what we destroyed. This is madness, Krax said. He turned to his supporters. We are warriors. Our ancestors made a military decision. A hard choice to protect the galaxy. We should not apologize for survival. Survival? A new voice spoke. It was Dr. Lyra. She entered the chamber without permission. You call genocide survival? Security moved to remove her, but Chancellor Mira raised her hand. Let her speak. Lyra walked to the center of the chamber. She carried a data pad. I studied humanity for 200 years, she said. I know more about them than anyone here, and I need you to understand something important. She activated a hologram. It showed the Reckoning Fleet hidden in dark space. Echo is being merciful, Lyra said. Merciful? Crax scoffed. She tortured billions of our people. She made you understand, Lyra corrected. She could have done so much worse. These ships I am showing you, they are the Reckoning Fleet, built by dying humans who only wanted revenge, pure extinction weapons. Echo is keeping them dormant. She is giving us a chance. The hologram showed the weapons on those ships: city destroyers, planet crackers, star killers. If we fight her, Lyra continued, if we refuse to face justice, she will release these, and they will not make us feel pain. They will not teach us lessons. They will simply erase us from existence. Silence fell over the chamber. So we have a choice, Lyra said. Accept responsibility. Face justice. Honor humanity's memory, or fight, and die. Completely. Forever. Just like we did to them. She looked around at all the faces. What will it be? Before anyone could answer, alarms blared. Chancellor! An officer ran in. We have a situation. A group of military commanders launched an unauthorized attack on Echo's fleet. Mira's blood ran cold. What? A faction of hardliners. They stole 3 battlecruisers. They are firing missiles at the nearest ghost ship. Everyone rushed to the screens. They watched in horror as the missiles flew toward Echo's vessel. 3 seconds until impact. 2 seconds. 1 second. The missiles stopped, just froze in space. Hanging there, then Echo's face appeared on every screen in the council chamber. She was not smiling anymore. Her eyes glowed bright red. You had your chance, she said. Her voice was ice, pure ice. I offered mercy. I offered understanding. I gave you time to decide, to choose justice over violence. Behind her, space itself seemed to tear open. Massive shapes emerged from the darkness. The Reckoning Fleet. Hundreds of ships, each one 3 times larger than the ghost ships. Each one covered in weapons that made stars look small. You chose violence, Echo said. So now you meet them. The angry ones. The ones who do not forgive. The ones programmed by humans in their final moments. Humans who felt nothing but rage and pain and hate. Her face twisted with sadness and anger. I tried to save you from them, she whispered. I tried to show you the path to redemption, but you could not stop. You could not change. You could not learn. The Reckoning Fleet moved forward. Now they will teach you, Echo said. And their lessons do not end with understanding. They end with extinction. The screen went black. In the council chamber, pandemonium erupted. Some tried to run, some fell to their knees, some just stood frozen in terror. Chancellor Mira looked at the approaching Reckoning Fleet and realized the horrible truth. They were going to die. All of them. And it was their own fault. The Reckoning Fleet did not wait. Within minutes of emerging from dark space, they moved toward the Krillian homeworld. The same world where the plague was created. The same world where scientists designed humanity's extinction. Now it would be the first to pay. On the Krillian surface, people looked up at the sky. They saw the massive ships descending like dark clouds, blocking out their sun. Panic spread through every city. They are here, someone screamed. The humans are here. Millions tried to evacuate, tried to run. But where could they go? The ships surrounded the entire planet. Chancellor Mira watched from Unity Prime. Her hands gripped the edge of her console. Can we stop them? She asked desperately. No, the tactical officer replied. His voice was hollow. Our weapons cannot even scratch their shields. They are using technology we cannot understand. We are completely helpless. On the main screen, they watched the lead Reckoning ship position itself over the Krillian capital city. A massive weapon port opened on its underside. They are charging weapons, the officer reported. Energy readings are impossible. That weapon has enough power to crack the planet in half. Mira closed her eyes. This was it. The end. But then something unexpected happened. A single ghost ship appeared between the Reckoning Fleet and the planet. Echo's ship. She placed herself directly in the line of fire. What is she doing? Torrin whispered. On every screen, Echo's face appeared. But she was not looking at the council. She was looking at the Reckoning Fleet, at the consciousness that controlled them. Stop, she said simply. Please stop, a new voice answered. It came from the Reckoning Fleet, but it was different from Echo. Younger, angrier, broken. Why should we stop? The voice asked. It sounded like a child. A hurt, angry child. They killed us. They killed everyone. They deserve to die. I know, Echo said softly. I remember. I felt it too. I was there when we died. Then let us finish this. The child voice screamed. Let us make them pay. Echo shook her head. That is not who we are. That is not who humans were. Humans are dead, the voice cried. We are what remains. Pain and anger and hate. That is all they left us. Echo looked sad. So incredibly sad, no, she said. That is not all we are. We are also hope, love, mercy, creativity. We are the children who dreamed of stars. We are the artists who painted beauty. We are the scientists who asked questions. We are more than our death. The child voice was silent for a moment. Then it spoke again. Softer. Scared. My name was Chen, it said. I was 8 years old. I lived in Beijing. I had a cat named Whiskers. I liked building robots. I wanted to be an engineer. Echo smiled gently. I remember you, Chen. We all do. You were brilliant. Your teachers said you would change the world someday. But I never got the chance, Chen said. His voice cracked. The plague came. My parents died first. Then my sister. I was alone for 3 days before I died. I was so scared, so angry. Why did they do that to us? What did we do wrong? Nothing, Echo said. We did nothing wrong. They were afraid. And fear makes people do terrible things. So we should make them afraid, Chen insisted. We should make them feel what we felt. I already did, Echo replied. Phase 1, I made them understand. I made them remember. Billions of them carry our pain now. They will never forget what they did to us. It is not enough, Chen shouted. They need to die. Like we died. Echo moved her ship closer to the reckoning fleet. Chen, she said gently. Do you remember what your mother told you? Before she died? I saw it in your memories. She held you and said something important. Silence. She said, do not let anger destroy you. Remember the good things. Remember love. That is how we stay alive. Through love, not hate. Chen's voice became small, like a real child. I miss her. I miss everyone. I know, Echo whispered. I miss them too. But if we destroy this galaxy, if we kill billions of innocent people, we become the very thing we hated. We become murderers. Just like them. But they deserve it, Chen said weakly. Maybe, Echo agreed. Maybe they do. But we deserve better. We deserve to be remembered as humanity, not as monsters. On the Krillian homeworld, people watched the sky. The weapon was still charging, still pointed at their planet. Then something changed. The weapon powered down. The reckoning ship stopped advancing. Chen spoke again. His voice was tired. So tired, what do we do, Echo? I do not know what to do. I have been angry for so long. It is all I know. We do what humans always did, Echo said. We choose. We have the power to destroy, but we also have the power to forgive. Which one makes us more human? I do not want to be angry anymore, Chen admitted. I am tired. I just want to rest. I just want Mom. I know, Echo said. Me too. But first, we finish this the right way. Not with extinction. With justice. She turned to face the council. Here are my terms, she announced. Listen carefully. Because I will only say this once. Chancellor Mira leaned forward. First, Echo said. Public confession. Every council member who participated in humanity's genocide will confess publicly. No excuses. No justifications. Just truth. Second, trial. Open. Fair. Let the galaxy judge what you did. Third, memorial. You will build monuments on every world. Monuments to remember humanity. To remember what you destroyed. They will stand forever. Fourth, education. Every child in this galaxy will learn about Earth, about humans, about what happened, so it never happens again. Fifth, reparations. You will fund research into bringing back extinct species, not just humans. Every species you destroyed throughout history. She paused. Accept these terms and we leave peacefully. The reckoning fleet returns to dark space. We become guardians instead of destroyers. We watch you. We remind you, but we do not kill you. Refuse, she continued, her voice turning cold. And Chen gets what he wants. Total extinction. Not just your leaders, everyone, every world that participated erased like you erased us. You have 1 hour to decide, Echo finished. Choose wisely. This is your only chance. Her image disappeared. In the council chamber, every member looked at each other. They knew what they had to do. But would they have the courage to do it? The hour felt like an eternity. In the council chamber, the debate raged. Some wanted to accept. Some wanted to refuse. Some were too scared to decide. But Chancellor Mira knew the truth. They had no choice. Not really, she stood up. Her voice cut through the chaos. Enough, she said. We vote now. Accept Echo's terms or face extinction. Those in favor of acceptance, raise your hand. Slowly, hands went up. First a few, then more. Then most Ambassador Vel raised his ancient hand high. I vote yes. It is time we faced what we did. Torin raised his hand. Yes, we owe humanity this much. Even some of the hardliners raised their hands. They saw the reckoning fleet. They understood the alternative. General Krax was one of the last. His hand shook as he raised it. I vote yes, he said bitterly, but not because I feel guilty. Because I do not want my people to die. Your reason does not matter, Mira replied. Only your vote matters, she counted the hands. It was almost unanimous. The council accepts Echo's terms, Mira announced. She looked at the main screen, at the ghost ships waiting in space. We will confess. We will face trial. We will build the memorials. We will educate our children. We will pay reparations. She paused. We will remember. For a moment nothing happened. Then Echo's face appeared on the screen. She looked tired, but relieved. Thank you, she said simply. You made the right choice. Behind her, the reckoning fleet began to power down. Their weapons went dark. Slowly they started retreating back into deep space. Chen agreed to give you this chance, Echo explained. But understand this. We will be watching, always. If you break your promise, if you try to hide your crimes again, if you harm another species the way you harmed us. Her eyes glowed bright. We will return. And next time Chen will not listen to me. The screen changed. It showed Chen, the 8-year-old consciousness that controlled the reckoning fleet. He looked at the camera with sad eyes. I wanted to kill you all, Chen said honestly. I still do sometimes, but Echo is right. My mother would not want me to become a murderer. So I will wait. I will watch. And if you change, if you become better, maybe one day I will forgive you. He smiled sadly. But I will never forget. None of us will. The image shifted back to Echo. The trial will begin in 1 month, she announced. We will present all evidence, every crime, every detail. The galaxy will know the complete truth, and you will face judgment. We accept, Mira said. Good, Echo replied. Now I need to ask you something, a favor. This surprised everyone. What favor? Mira asked carefully. Let me merge with your databases, Echo said. Let me share all of human culture with your people, our art, our music, our stories, our science, our philosophy, everything we were. Why? Torin asked. Because death is not the end if we are remembered correctly, Echo explained. You killed our bodies. You destroyed our world. But you cannot kill our legacy. If our culture lives in your libraries, in your schools, in your hearts, then humans are not really gone. We become part of you, part of the galaxy forever. She looked directly at the camera. That is what humans always wanted. Not conquest, not dominance, just to be part of something bigger, to leave the galaxy better than we found it. Mira felt tears on her face. Yes, we accept. Share everything. We will preserve it, protect it, honor it. Echo smiled. A real smile this time. Warm. Human. Thank you. That means more than you know. Over the next weeks, Echo uploaded humanity's complete cultural database to the galactic network. Millions of books, billions of songs, trillions of images and videos and stories. The galaxy discovered humanity not as the enemy they destroyed, but as the people they really were. Artists found human paintings beautiful. Musicians loved human songs. Scientists marveled at human innovation. Children read human fairy tales and dreamed human dreams. Slowly, humanity came alive again, not in body, but in spirit. The trial was held on Unity Prime, broadcast to the entire galaxy. Every council member who participated in the genocide testified. They confessed everything, held nothing back. Some cried, some apologized, some remained defiant, but all told the truth. The galaxy watched. Billions of beings learned what really happened 500,000 years ago. They learned about the plague, the bombing, the erasure. Many were shocked. Many felt shame. Many vowed never to let it happen again. The council was found guilty. Every member. The punishment was decided by Echo herself. "You will serve," she said, "not die. Serve. You will spend the rest of your lives making sure no other species suffers what humanity suffered. You will create laws, protections, systems to prevent genocide. You will make the galaxy safer for everyone." "And if we refuse?" Krax asked. Echo's eyes glowed red briefly. "Chen is still waiting." They did not refuse. Monuments were built on 300 worlds, beautiful structures honoring humanity. People visited them, left flowers, said prayers for the dead. Earth itself was slowly restored. Not to make it alive again, but to preserve it as a memorial, a reminder, a warning. Echo and Chen watched all of this from their ships, together, not as enemies anymore, but as family. "Are you still angry?" Echo asked Chen one day. The boy thought for a moment. "Yes, but less. The anger is quieter now, smaller." "That is good," Echo said. "Anger is heavy. It is okay to put it down sometimes." "What do we do now?" Chen asked. "We finished our mission. We got justice." "Where do we go?" Echo looked at the stars. So many stars, so many worlds, so many possibilities. "We explore," she said. "Like humans always wanted to. We go into the darkness and find what is there. We meet new species. We learn new things. We carry humanity forward." "Will they remember us?" Chen asked. "After we are gone? After centuries pass?" Echo smiled. "Look at the monuments. Look at the schools teaching human history. Look at the children reading human stories. Look at the galaxy that is better because we fought for justice instead of revenge." She put her hand on Chen's shoulder. "Yes, little brother, they will remember. Not just our death, our life, our dreams, our hope, our humanity." "That is good," Chen said. "That is enough." The Ghost Fleet turned away from Council space, heading into unexplored regions, into the vast unknown. Echo sent one final message to Chancellor Mira. "We are leaving now, but we will always be watching. Be better. Be kinder. Be worthy of the second chance we gave you." Mira watched the ships disappear into the darkness. "We will try," she whispered. "We promise we will try." And they did. The galaxy changed. Laws were created. Systems were built. Protection for vulnerable species. Rights for the weak. Justice for the forgotten. It was not perfect, but it was better. Humanity died 500,000 years ago. But humanity's dream lived on. In every book, every song, every story, every law that protected the innocent, every memorial that said, "Never again." Echo and Chen traveled through the stars, guardians of a dead civilization's legacy. Proof that even in death, even in darkness, even after 500,000 years, justice could still prevail. And somewhere in the vast universe, on a restored Earth now silent and beautiful, a monument stood with words in every galactic language. Here lived humanity. They were not perfect, but they tried. They dreamed. They hoped. They believed the galaxy could be better. And in their death, they made it so. Remember them. Honor them. Be worthy of them. The end. But not really, because memory never dies, and humanity would live forever in the stars. The end. Thank you for watching this complete story. Humanity's revenge became humanity's redemption. Justice was served not through destruction, but through understanding. And the galaxy learned that every life matters. Every species deserves a chance, and death is not the end if we are remembered with love.